What's up guys, it's StarGuard2 is here with a new type of video for you. For about 5 years I've been making these stop motion / puppet short films with Bionicle and Herofactory parts and characters. And so for the first time in these 5 years, I am going to do a behind the scenes video on one of these short films. Starting off with the most recent video being Spark's Cold Christmas. This video had me really trying to test the waters with puppetry / stop motion as a hybrid, along with leaning into sets, lighting, developing better editing, mocks, and pretty much every single part of the process. So I figured why not make a behind the scenes video talking about it. I'm going to break down all the aspects of production, starting off with part 1. Ideas. I hadn't made a video all year due to multiple reasons, but really wanted to change that as I knew I would have time in December. Due to the timing, I decided I wanted to make a Christmas special. I've always loved Christmas specials, specifically the Charlie Brown ones. I mean, come on, it's iconic. But a couple years back in 2022, I made a Christmas special I was pretty proud of, and still am mostly. That video was more of a cozy hangout vibe. I wanted to make it feel like you were attending a Christmas party with the characters, and I really wanted this video to be distinct, so it had to be something completely different. Ideas for developing Spark's character came around, as he is the central focus of almost all my videos, yet I hadn't really gave him much development. Bits and pieces can be seen here and there, specifically with 101 Magic and the Easter specials, with him renouncing Dude's evil Christmas cults. Guys, if you haven't watched that video, I swear that's an actual plot point.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been on that dude's side. I know now. Christmas is evil!
I don't think that's the takeaway.
So with this brainstorming came another idea. What does law enforcement do on Christmas? Someone needs to be out there working, right? Crime doesn't just stop because it's December 25th. While Terran and Spark are not police officers or any traditional law enforcement, in fact they're very far from that, they do act as heroes who face criminals, so I thought that could be a cool way to explore this idea. Coupling this with Spark's character, who really has been shown to love two things, time with his friends and being a hero, so making him decide between these two gave me a fun moral dilemma to play with. I also saw this as a chance to develop a huge part of his character, being his ability to mature / grow up from being just a kid. As I grew up as a kid, I knew I saw changes within the holidays. What used to just be leisure became something that has its own responsibilities, such as buying gifts, decorating, etc. So this idea of having responsibilities among this time, I thought was something that people could relate to, even though, you're not fighting criminals or whatever. Part 2! Scripting! Now, onto the script, which went through a couple major drafts. The main points were always the same, however, just heavy rewrites of dialogue and even cutting some characters. At one point, more crossover characters were going to be in the project, specifically in the party scene. I realized that in canon, or story I guess, it would have made sense for them to be there, but as it didn't contribute to the central story being Spark's arc for the video, I figured it was good to cut them. That's why the party really just showed Josiah, Camo, and Guy, who I knew would be there after the party in order to show it's over, due to Josiah and Camo living in that location, and Guy's just Guy, so I could just pretty much throw him away.
The reigning champion reigns supreme!
Go Guy! Go Guy! Go Guy!
Go me, go Guy, go myself. I'm Guy!
Ultimately, that is the main point of their inclusion, so although it was heavily streamlined from the original vision of the whole party, I think it makes sense, and overall makes the final product a lot cleaner. Another big change was the arrival back at the party. Originally, Spark and Terran were going to arrive back whenever it was still going and had some interactions with the crossover characters. This would have tied into Nolan's Christmas special, which would have been a somewhat prequel to Cold Christmas. That has been completely changed, and instead it is replaced with Terran and the Sapphire Scalper, which is a great video. Guys, go check it out if you haven't.
Takai and Gajay on the house.
Whoa! We still get free stuff after all? I love capitalism!
I realized that Spark's arc would have been undercut if he just got what he wanted in the end, without there being any real sacrifice for capturing the criminal. I originally thought it would have been something akin to, oh, you could balance responsibility and what you want to do, but thought that the simpler moral worked better for Spark and the smaller runtime for the video. Now on to the big parts. Part 3! Production. So for this segment, I do have a lot of on-set or live behind the scenes videos, so I will intercut those in between what I'm saying. But to start off, I always knew I wanted to try more stop motion, practical sets, specific lighting cues, along with showing off more cloth / more of a newer mocking style. For example, I knew I wanted all the outdoor scenes to be lit with this cool blue light, and to contrast that with warmer orange light for the interior scenes. Even within the outside of the cabin, I knew I wanted to have the window be blasting with orange light. That way it visually shows the distinction not only for clarity but also for Spark's arc. The interior sets being all warm is what he wants to get back to, being a party in the end, but he's stuck in the cold with the bluer light. Whether that was conveyed is that's completely up to you, but it's just something I wanted to try out, since lighting really can help convey certain emotions for stories, and that's something I wanted to get better at. Now, onto the set videos. Alright guys, more behind the scenes. Just took the first shot, got the whole setup for this little set if you want to see that. There's these little candles behind there, some tissue paper to get that yellow light, and then whenever the characters get closer it'll hopefully shine on. And yeah, trying to use a blue light. It's not really picking up on the camera, but that's kind of a good thing because then I could fix it in post, which sounds bad. But if you fix it that way, then you can kind of push the saturation more. Hopefully that allows for it to look better. But yeah, this is a set. All right guys, this is progress on the cabin. I made the stairs and made the base of it, and I cured it with all this hot glue and stuff, and it's not the best looking, but hey, it's gonna get spray painted. That's another reason why I'm not putting any of the railings or anything, because the sticks I want to make sure like still have the same texture and color, and I want this to all be painted brown. And currently I am preparing these parts to go over this, and then gonna take a cardboard sheet and put it over, well, not cardboard sheet, but another one of these cardboard kind of plates and put it over. Probably gonna have to put on this side an extra wall here, because I know that I'm gonna be shooting it from here. Alright, I finished the criminal dude. I want him to look like he was kind of just like a normal dude with, again, just little bits of armor. And also with the sweater, because it's cold outside, because it's Christmas time. I gave him this like X because I tried giving him like a rubber bandana and it didn't work, so I just kind of like reused it and gave him like this eye patch thingy. Alright guys, I just finished up filming the kind of alley scenes, so now all the exterior sets should be done with. So it's gonna be about Tehran's house, the cabin interior, and the cabin exterior, which is also exterior stuff, but I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to be using a different kind of backdrop, hopefully. If not, then I'm going to be really sad because it didn't work out. But just finished filming this stuff, put up the mocks, got everything kind of shut down, and a little bit of footage kind of compiled to make sure it was all good to go. And yeah, I'm very tired. It's currently 12:35 and I gotta go to sleep. Alright guys, here's some behind the scenes. I am refilming this scene with Spark and Wanderer talking. So this is a set, and you can kind of see like it just ends there, but you can kind of see the little inner workings. But yeah, I have to refilm it because I shot it in 720p, so here we go. Here's also another first thing that I've done for, well, any of my videos, that being storyboarding. I say that with huge quotations, as there are not really storyboards, more so chicken scratch. This is how I want camera movements and character movements to go, and just make everything kind of flow together. The boards also helped me know what needed to be animated with stop motion and what needed to be puppeteered. So while these might not look professional by any means, they did help a little bit. And hopefully going forward I can make better storyboards that are actually clear and not this. Part 4. Editing. So I started editing alongside filming. It was pretty smooth sailing, really. Most of it was just color grading, playing with the aforementioned cold and warm scenes. All the voice actors, being Nolan and Lance Newman, absolutely killed it, and so putting together their scenes were just amazing. I also tried to have less music and more room tones. A huge issue with my previous videos is there's just way too much background music whenever it's really not necessary. That's why I chose to be much more cautious as to where I put music, saving it for bigger moments such as Wandering Hero's interaction with Spark.
Spark. The job of a hero is not a conventional one. Crime never ceases. Therefore, you must be ready no matter the day.
Not only am I very happy with how that track fits, but it also seems much more impactful due to the lack of music within previous scenes. Maybe I'm just tripping and I'm finally learning the basics of sound editing, but hey, at least I learned something from this video. Part 5. That's pretty much it. The rest of the process was just more so releasing the project. I made a logo, which doesn't really take much. I wanted a neon Christmas look. I knew I couldn't just reuse the same design from the previous special, so I tried going for something a little different. Made the thumbnail, which is really just the logo put on a still, and then done. I premiered the video, made some Instagram and TikTok promotion things, and sat back procrastinating until my next project. But seriously though, I want to thank you all for the support on the newest video. Even after not uploading for so long, it was amazing to see such support for the project. I don't know when my next little short film or whatever will be released, but keep an eye out. Going forward, I want to take a lot of what I learned from Spark School Christmas and keep trying to create and build off of that foundation. I want to keep improving, and so if you want to see that, stick around. I hope you all have a great day, and drop a comment if you want to see more of this behind the scenes kind of content for future videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Or not, I can't see through the screen, but I mean, you get what I mean.